Knifedope. More dope. Come and get your figs. What's up, fuckers? Your boy's back with a fresh batch of dope. Knifedope. That's right, people. The hits don't stop. Got one today that was donated to the channel. That's right. You heard that right. Donated to the channel. This was sent to me by Justin, who is the head man, the owner of Asher Knives. Great guy, great company. I thoroughly enjoy all the knives that I've bought from Asher. Love what they do as a company. Love their philosophy. You know, his philosophy is to level the playing field, so to speak. You know, his goal has been to provide great quality knives for a great price, man. And I think that with every knife that they've released, he has achieved that. I've been on the Asher bandwagon since my infancy in collecting knives. I remember, seems like years ago at this point, but a couple of years ago, I think my very first Asher knife, I couldn't buy it. You know, they were always sold out. I actually had to pay more than retail because I ended up buying it on eBay. And then it's kind of funny how that turned out to be a blessing for me. I had mentioned that at some point in my relationship with Justin, and he was like, bro, don't ever do that again. If you're hunting something, just reach out to me. You know, I may have something. I always got something. So that's kind of how things, you know, developed. And then recently I had asked him to review this knife for my channel. He found out that I was nearing 1,000 viewers, and he actually gifted this to me. The knife we're taking a look at is the Nomad version 2 from Asher. So this is the box. It comes in like this magnetic flipper box. No type of labeling, and there's no literature or anything. Just a nice, nice little box. Okay, this is the Nomad. Right out the gate, just so you know, this is about $115. G10 is this black G10 is the only option that is available on the knife. There are a couple of finishes that you can choose from, but you can see we have a nice high quality G10 where you can see that grain structure. I think that looks really good. Crossbar lock is the locking mechanism. We've got a deep carry wire pocket clip, which is ambidextrous tip up carry. Multiple forms of deployment. You've got your fuller as well as those thumb studs. Full length G10 backspacer. He has that hidden integrated lanyard post for the weirdos, so weirdos can rejoice on this one. We're looking at 4.2 inches in the closed position. Let's go ahead and deploy the knife. Woo! Nice snappy goddamn action for that crossbar lock. Look at that. Straight drop. No wrist needed. Just fantastic. Beautiful drop point blade. This one has the black wash finish. Blade steel is S35 VN blade steel. Full flat grind on the blade. Minimal billboarding. We've got that Asher logo here on the show side. And then there's that S35 VN right underneath that thumb stud. The crossbar lock has got a good amount of tension on it, you know. Feels nice. The overall length on this came in at 7.4 inches. Fantastic sharpening edge termination there, so you have plenty of sharpening to get to with this knife. Blade length comes in at 3.2, and then our blade stock thickness was 1/10 of an inch. Yeah, this is money, man. Riding on cage ceramic bearings, so the action is buttery smooth every goddamn time. All right, let's put up some comparisons, but after I do the comparisons, I'm going to give you guys 5 other crossbar lock knives that you can have in your EDC rotation. So first up, let's keep it in the same family. We're looking at possibly my favorite Asher knife to date, and that is going to be the Asher Douglas. That one was also OEM by Kunwu, who did the OEM on this most recent version of the Nomad. So we can see that the Nomad and the Douglas are about the same size. Next up, some American vibes. We're looking at the Benchmade Bug Out. So there we can see that the Nomad is a little bit bigger than that bug out, ever so slightly. Let's do a couple more, shall we? Let's bring it on over to some legendary EDCs in their own right. How about this one? Spyderco Sage 5. So the Nomad's bigger than that. Next up, more American dope for that palette. We're looking at the Spyderco Para 3. And once again, that Nomad is bigger than that. Let's do 2 more. God damn it, 2 more. Bridgeport Knife Company, 395, baby. Version 2, don't get it fucked up. And last but certainly not least, more American vibes. We're looking at the Spyderco Manix 2 15V rendition. So the Nomad is smaller than that. Yeah, people, I'm liking this this Nomad, you know? I really am. I feel like all these knife companies, you know, the crossbar lock is basically following the same direction as the button lock did. You know, every fucking knife company is making button locks now. Some of them better than others, but you know, it has the button lock has evolved. I think now, you know, you're getting these button locks that actually feel like they have detents. Well, the same thing is happening right now with these crossbar locks. You know, companies have stepped it up, elevated it, and improved on, you know, earlier renovation or earlier renditions of it. And it's just they're getting good, man. They really are. But on that note, let's check out 5 other crossbar lock knives for your EDC rotation. Let's start on the low end. We're looking at the best Techman Ronin. Now, full disclosure, when I first bought this knife, the spring tension was fucking insane. It was so goddamn strong that I actually didn't touch the knife for about a week. I just went ahead and opened it like that, and I put it to the side. And what that did was that actually worked those springs in for me. But once I was done with that, fantastic action. You can see that I think out of all the ones we're going to be taking a look at, this one, when the lock is depressed, it has the most smooth action. This one is riding on bearings as well. This is a $55 knife, and for that we've got this beautiful spear point blade. 14C28N is the blade steel. They actually have a titanium nitride coating on the blade. It looks goddamn good. Full flat grind on that blade as well. Stainless steel liners, G10 backspacer, and scales. This one you see here in front of you is jade. I tell you where they dropped the ball at, though, is the pocket clip. The clip itself is not bad at all. It's inset with flat screws, but it is only right-hand tip-up carry only, which totally takes away the ambidextrous properties of the knife. But it is a fantastic knife nonetheless. That is the best Techman Ronin. Okay, next up. Shit wouldn't be right if I didn't have the originators of the crossbar lock, which is Benchmade. And I've got a few of them here, here with me. But out of the ones that I have, I think that this one does it the best. This is the Benchmade Mini Presidio 2. A lot of people have claimed that this is actually the best knife that Benchmade makes. I'm not going to argue that point with you, but I am going to tell you that this is fantastic. S30V blade steel, beautiful blasted finish on the blade. We have these carbon fiber elite handles. Is there some stainless steel liners in there? I think there is. Wait a minute, stand by, people. Hold up. Yeah, stainless steel liners with a ton of milling going on, so very lightweight. Deep carry pocket clip is right or left hand tip up carry. Very, very smooth actuation on those Omega springs. And yeah, ergonomically feels fantastic in the hand. Great price on this thing. This one came in, I think, about 130 bucks. So, you know, quite a bit cheaper than the bug out, than the stock bug out, and is giving you the same steel. This one is probably the best option, in my opinion, for price-wise, coming from Benchmade. Okay, next up, more American dope for your palate. The bug out killer. That's right. We're looking at the Hogue Deca version 2. Don't get it fucked up. This version is actually a Smoky Mountain Knifework exclusive. So it's a little bit more pricey than your standard you know, standard stock version of the knife. You can get the stock version of this knife for, I want to say, 140 bucks, which is still cheaper than the bug out. But the one you see here in front of you has got these gorgeous gold and black carbon fiber scales. This one has stainless steel liners, I believe, also. Yeah. Stainless steel liners that have been heavily skeletonized for your weight reduction. We've got Magna Cut for the blade steel in a reverse Tonto blade shape. We've got a compound grind on the blade. Great action on that bar lock. Snappy goddamn detent. I did go ahead and add that original GOAT floating backspacer, which you can add as well. Just head on over to Original GOAT and just be sure to use code FUCKER for 15% off your purchase. Also went ahead and added this deep carry Lynch Northwest Side pocket clip to complete the American build. Fantastic crossbar lock knife, just a fantastic knife overall, American made, and we're talking about the Hogue Deca. Okay, these next two knives are coming from companies who I feel have perfected the crossbar lock. I think they're executing the crossbar lock better than anyone. And starting out these next two, got to give all credit to Kaiser. You know, Kaiser's version of the crossbar lock, they call it the clutch lock, and they innovated it so good. What they ended up doing was you can take off the scale on both sides, and there's actually settings, different settings for the amount of tension you want on that crossbar lock. That little feature changed this whole locking mechanism for the better. I'm surprised that we don't see more and more companies. I'm surprised every goddamn company that's making a crossbar lock isn't doing that, because it's just such an amazing innovation that it's simple, but it's just so such good things come from it, you know. This one right here has got these aluminum scales. We've got a deep carry pocket clip, 154 cm blade steel with a full flat grind on the blade, beautiful black wash finish. You've got a removable thumb stud. You can leave it in like that as I do. And you also got that cutout. Snappy action on this. Once again, straight drop. And once again, actually, this is even better than that best Techman. Look at that action on that thing. Ergos on this are great. You can put your finger and choke up there and get that full purchase, no refund. I was late to the Sheepdog party, but man, oh man, is that a fantastic knife. That is the Kaiser Sheepdog with the clutch lock apparatus. Okay, last up, Vasty, baby. Now, this is the Corset. Ooh, excuse me. This is the Corsair. This one comes in at about $69, and it's fucking great. This is a really solid alternative to the Benchmade bug out. We've got contoured scales, micarta scales, skeletonized stainless steel liners, Nitro V blade steel in a beautiful drop point configuration, full flat grind on the blade. It does get nice and thin behind the edge. This version's got that black wash finish, thumb studs for deployment, deep carry pocket clip that is reversible with, it is inset with flat screws. They even give you a cover plate. They also went ahead and in the packaging, they do include a backspacer. The only reason I don't have that backspacer on my knife is because that backspacer does have an integrated lanyard post, and you fuckers already know how I feel about that. Edge termination on this is done well, extremely well. And also, more importantly, they have the same feature that Kaiser has on their clutch lock. So you can adjust the tension of the springs, you know. So Vasty is I think the only other company that I can think of off the top of my brain that has implemented that same feature on their crossbar locks. Well, what do you fuckers think? Are you a fan of the crossbar lock knife? Are you a fan, more importantly, of that Asher Nomad? Tell me all about it. Love you, mean it. Until the next time, cut something, cut someone, just don't cut yourself. Stay dangerous, fuckers!